great players. They have a great organization. And you tell them one thing.
What is good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider Alex back with yet another video. The Las Vegas Raiders beat the New England Patriots 21-17. We are now 3-3 on the regular season. The Raiders now have back-to-back victories on the regular season. So look, a lot of talk about in this game. It was definitely a very up and down game. Overall, I think the way we started the game on offense, we're doing some long drives. We were able to move the ball pretty well, and then just going into the halftime, being up 13-3, it kind of felt like to me the Raiders had the game under control. But the biggest thing that just turned this game around was the fact that Jimmy Garoppolo got hit right before the end of the half. You saw him visibly, had some pain. He was able to walk it off though. I thought he was just going to be able to continue to go out there and then, just heal up during halftime. But nope, the Raiders go 13-3 into the half. And we get the news that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be out for the rest of the second half. And that leads the Raiders to turn to backup quarterback, veteran Brian Hoyer for the starter position in the second half. And not going to lie, as soon as I heard that, I was very concerned. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Brian Hoyer, to be honest with you. I've said this on multiple different occasions. I think Aiden O'Connell should be named the backup quarterback in case Jimmy Garoppolo gets hurt out there. Now, I will say, the Raiders found a way to get the victory. Brian Hoyer, he did okay. He's a backup at the end of the day. That's his job, just to come in and be prepared. He's not going to win us any games, though, as the offense was pretty stagnant in the second half. We were only able to get 6 points on the board. Brian Hoyer threw for about 100 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. I will say, though, there's one instance in the red zone where, we have Davante Adams in one-on-one coverage. He throws the fade route to him, but he throws it, out of Davante Adams' reach. When we get those type of opportunities on offense, our quarterback has to find a way to put it in the vicinity of Davante Adams. You've seen the guy has just made freakish, spectacular plays, catches throughout the years. And even if you underthrow it, look, there might be a good chance that you cause a pass interference in the end zone. Now you have the ball first and goal from the 1 yard line. But yeah, I was very concerned when I heard Brian Hoyer was going to come in. Like I said, offense was pretty stale in the second half. Not a whole lot going. And a big issue for me in this game for the offense was the red zone issues. Once again, are popping up for the Raiders. The Raiders were able to get into the red zone on 6 different occasions, and we were only able to punch it into the end zone one time. That is very concerning for this team. And look, is it just me, or have I noticed it seems like every time we get close in the red zone, every time we're like inside the 10-yard line, it's run, pass. It seems like that's just how it is every single time. Look, I would like for Josh McDaniels to change it up just a little bit. Like I said, we have to find a way to put in points on the board. And one thing, just staying on the offensive side of the football, is one thing I did like to see from today's game, though, was our tight end Michael Mayer emerged. He had his breakout game thus far, 5 receptions for 75 yards. Look, we've been getting him involved a lot more the past 2 games, and I'm just super excited about this. You can get one more guy on this offense to be involved, like Michael Mayer. You already got Jacoby Myers, who's been very solid for us. He got the touchdown for us. Davante Adams has been quiet the last 2 games, but to me, it hasn't really been Davante Adams' fault. But I really loved what I saw from the rookie, and I hope this is a trend. I hope he can now finally solidify himself as a legitimate option on this offense, because he's just too talented of a player to only utilize him as a run blocker. But the Raiders won 21-17, and really, once again, I got to give hats off to the defense. To me, the defense definitely won this game. Look, the Raiders put 21 points on the board, the first time in the whole entire NFL regular season, and that was thanks to the defense, because technically the offense only had 19 points once again, and they had the ball late in the fourth quarter. This is where you got to get some first downs to kill the clock and potentially just end the game, and the offense gets a 3-and-out. We punt the ball back to the Patriots, being up 19-17. I was very nervous at that point because, look, the Patriots only needed a field goal to win the game. They had a couple penalties that set them back, but once again, our star defensive end, Maxx Crosby, made the play of the game. He got the safety in the end zone on Mac Jones to seal the victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And look, I really love that play too, because earlier in that fourth quarter, Maxx Crosby also had a huge penalty that led to a touchdown for the Patriots to get back into the ballgame. That was a bad penalty from Max Crosby, a roughing the passer. Look, we definitely expect a lot more from our star player, but I'm sure you're not going to have to tell that to Max Crosby twice. And like I said, he made up for it by getting the game-sealing safety for us. And look, overall, I thought the defense had a good performance out there. Trayvon Merrick was able to get an interception. So this is back-to-back games where the Raiders defense is able to cause turnovers. I really like to see that. Also, we had linebacker Robert Spillane, who should have had an interception, but it seems like the defense is being a lot more aggressive now and being able to cause turnovers. And overall, I thought the defensive line did pretty good. I mean, Max Crosby was getting pressure out there. The Patriots were able to run the ball for about 80 yards, so look, not too bad there. And at the end of the day, the Raiders got the victory. The Raiders found a way to go 500 on the regular season, and this was most definitely a must-win game for the Raiders if they want any sort of shot and hope to get back into the regular season, get back into the fight for the AFC West, to show the NFL that they could potentially be a contender moving forward. Now look, it is just one victory, and I'm going to be completely honest, the New England Patriots are not a very good football team either. We just barely scraped by to get the victory, so look, the Raiders still aren't there yet, but it does seem like we're starting to improve in some areas. And at the end of the day, you got to get the wins to build confidence, back-to-back home victories as well. And at the end of the day, you play the teams that are on your schedule, and if you're better than them, then you got to find a way to get the victory, because if the Raiders would have lost this game, man, it would have been just over for us. It would have been an absolutely demoralizing loss at that point. Now the Raiders got to put all their attention towards next week against the 1-5 Chicago Bears. And look, on paper, you can definitely say that's a game we should win. But as I said, this Raiders team is a team that can lose to anybody as well. We're not one of these top contender teams like the Chiefs, the Bills that, you know, can just walk in and look at the schedule and say, oh yeah, we're going to beat this team and that team. The Raiders got to come prepared out there. You look, who knows what's going to happen next week. I mean, Justin Fields left the game early for the Chicago Bears. I don't know if he's going to be listed out for next week, but one thing that I will say about this game and just the way the team looks overall, to me, I think the defense thus far into the season, and it's crazy to say, I would say the defense is the strength of our team. Right now, the offense looks like it's the weak link, especially too with Jimmy Garoppolo. He's not a guy that you can depend on and be there week in and week out. He still hasn't really fully been established in this offense. He hasn't really took a real command in it yet. He got an interception once again here. So with the offense, we definitely have room for improvement, but so far I've been very pleased with the defense. This will be an exciting week to watch the all 22 film, analyze some players that did really good. Like I said, Michael Mayer did really good, and just analyze once again the defense, how they were able to get the victory for us. But Raider Nation, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Anybody that's new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.